everyone. Welcome to TechEd 2022. My name is Shruti and I am the product manager for SAP Build Apps. Today, I will be taking you through an overview of SAP's offering for application development on SAP Business Technology Platform. Then, through SAP Build Apps with the overview of its latest capabilities, and then a demo showcasing how to build applications with SAP Build Apps leveraging visual programming. SAP BTP is a unified, business-centric, and open platform that enables to focus on solving business needs and delivering outcomes, firstly by creating personalized experiences that instantly work with SAP applications, secondly, by building faster business content and context to meet change with agility, and thirdly, by running with confidence on a trusted enterprise-grade platform. BTP platform comprises of services and products primarily of four categories. The app development services and products facilitates in creating LOB or industry-specific extensions and apps to achieve your business goals. Integration services and products helps with connecting processes, events, APIs, and data across your hybrid and heterogeneous landscape. Then giving data purpose by integrating, storing, cataloging, preparing, modeling, and sharing your data to derive actionable insights and planning with BTP, data analytics and planning services and products. And finally, infusing intelligence into business processes to realize your intelligent, sustainable enterprise with intelligence services and AI models. Now, let me introduce you to our SAP Build portfolio. SAP Build brings together SAP Build Apps, formerly known as SAP AppGyver, SAP Build Process Automation, and SAP Build Workzone into a unified development experience with new innovations to rapidly build apps, automate processes, and create business websites. Developers can now integrate smoothly with SAP and non-SAP applications and leverage hundreds of pre-built processes, bots, and UX components to unify business data and processes. This will also enable business and IT to collaborate effectively as fusion teams with the drag and drop simplicity and governance built in throughout the application development lifecycle. The SAP Build portfolio combines our low-code solutions, which enable users of all skill levels to easily integrate and augment business applications. The unified low-code solution portfolio empowers users to create applications, automate tedious processes, and design engaging business sites with drag and drop simplicity. Pro developers and line of business developers can build visually with the drag and drop of components and libraries of pre-built business content. They can integrate smoothly with SAP and non-SAP systems. And they can also collaborate effectively, bringing together business and developers to work in fusion teams. Let me now introduce you to SAP Build Apps. With SAP Build Apps, one can build enterprise-grade apps with an intuitive visual drag and drop experience, regardless of your skill level. The front-end component enables you to visually program your application components. And with the new backend capability of Visual Cloud Functions, it is easier to visually build serverless application, business logic, and data models without the need to provision or manage underlying computations. This enables users to visually build powerful applications that leverage the elastic nature of the cloud. Our goal is to offer a unified developer experience that allows every developer to build apps fast, regardless of the skill level. And how can we deliver applications faster? This can be achieved through seamless integration and jump-starting development using pre-built integrations and content. And how does this help you grow your development capacity? Yes, you guessed it right, by building visually. Visual programming and productivity tools enable developers of all skill levels to build cross-platform apps. Now, the next obvious question is how do we do all this innovation in a safe and compliant manner? At SAP, we scale without compromise with all the support and security that SAP Business Technology Platform has to offer. We also intend to offer service packages evolving from pro code to no code based on the intended use case. As you can see here, the IT admin handles the POC, development, and the operations of an application if it's a business critical use case. And if it happens to be a personal productivity use case, on the other hand, the citizen developer is provided with a do it yourself package wherein they can develop, test, and deploy the application. The middle layer then focuses on fusion teams between citizen developer and IT admin persona to contribute their part in the lifecycle of the project. For example, the citizen developer can do the development and then hand it over to the IT admin for testing the application and finally push it into production. Let us now look into the powerful features that SAP Build Apps has to offer. The front-end capabilities include simplified creation of UIs with drag and drop functionality, integration with external data using predefined integrations and custom connectors, ability to create any logic with flow functions, and we have support for over 400 built-in formula functions, and vast enablement opportunities and community support to help no-coders get started onto rapidly creating and distributing sophisticated enterprise apps. Let us now have a look into the latest capabilities of Visual Cloud Functions, which is the backend for SAP Build Apps. Cloud Functions empower users to assemble full-stack application with data models and business logic without writing code. It helps in easily composing APIs with the same no-code paradigm used for the front end. It also comes with BTP authentication and BTP destinations, which lets you easily consume data coming in from any cloud or on-premise SAP system. Both the front end, which is the build apps, and the back end, which is cloud functions, are accessible from the central landing page, which is lobby. In the Visual Cloud Functions, data entities are the fundamental building blocks for working with record-based persistent data. The definition of a data entity consists of a human-readable name, a technical key, a field structure, such as schema, a supported operation like list records, create records, etc., supported capabilities for each operations, such as pagination, filtering, etc. A native entity uses the bundled-in boss as the persistency layer and requires no extra configuration. Native entities can be created and configured directly in the Cloud Function Editor. And by default, native entities support all available operations such as list, retrieve, create, replace, update, and delete, and capabilities such as conditions, paginations, ordering, select, etc. And over and above all of this, the field structure of a native entity remains editable even after deployment. One can make better use of Visual Cloud Function entities by creating extended entities. Visual fields allow you to transform and combine data from multiple entity fields using the SAP Build Apps formula language. For example, you can combine the first name and last name fields of an entity to create a full name virtual field with a formula. You can also disable fields from the base entity if you do not want them to appear in the extended entity. Now, if we have to talk about deployments, you can deploy the Visual Cloud Functions backend in the deployment section. The review and deploy wizard keeps track of non-breaking and breaking changes for informative deployments. Also, previous revisions are available throughout the project history. Now that we have had a good introduction to SAP Build Apps, let's see how our valuable customers are using our product. Verge, an electric motorcycle manufacturing firm, has been transforming their manufacturing sector with custom apps built entirely without code. They used SAP Build Apps to develop 10 applications for the entire manufacturing process, right from inventory management to assembly lines, all deeply integrated with the customer's backend system. The customer facing app provided a VIP experience for product configuration and an in vehicle experience for performance dashboard. Using SAP Build Apps, international logistics firms DHL Freight created an application to better manage damage reports for its trailer fleet across Europe. This app increased the reliability of reporting while making inspections more convenient for employees in the field. The app features included integration with the company's trailer fleet data, role and region based user authentication, localization to multiple languages, and native iOS, Android apps, and web based administrative interface. Now I'll be showcasing a demo and providing a walkthrough into the latest capabilities of SAP Build Apps.
We start by creating a new Build Apps project from the Application Development Central landing page. Let's now name the project as Business Partners and click on the Create button. This will now open up our Build Apps front-end space. The templates are currently being loaded and the app editor will pop up soon for our use. One of the latest capabilities I'll be showing within the auth icon is enabling BTP authentication. This will easily let you access SAP data sources. Once that is done, we can now go to the data icon and add integrations to SAP systems. Here, we can navigate through the backend we wish to connect to. I'll now be selecting the SAP Gateway Sample Service Basic, and the corresponding data will now be populated as data entities. We can also click Browse Data to view the various columns in the data entities. But in order to use these entities, we need to install them first. So let's do that by clicking on the Install Integration button. And once that's done, we also will have to enable the entity via the Enable Entity button. The business partner set is now ready for our use. We can now go to the launch icon to preview our application or project, which is Business Partners. Now that we are done with configuring the data, let's now build the UI for our application. We can select a scrollable basic list from the marketplace and install it. This will now be available within the installed items, and we can easily drag and drop it to the UI canvas and start configuring our app. Let's now do that by clicking on the Configure button. Now we go to our business partners data entity, and here in the field configuration, we can drag required fields into the corresponding placeholders. For example, let's have company name as the title, business partners ID as the ID, business partner ID again as the label, and finally web address as the content. Once this is saved, we can view our configured application in the preview portal. There we go. Hope you loved seeing the latest capabilities of SAP Build Apps.
In order to fast pace your organization's requirement, be that with respect to training your employees on SAP Build Apps, or to have an overview on the latest events, blogs, Q&A, etc., on our low-code, no-code development tools, please feel free to visit our Citizen Developer Learning Journey program and our community page. And now, what's more in TechEd 2022 for you? Learn more about SAP Build Apps at our various lectures, virtual workshops, in-person workshops, and breakout sessions at TechEd 2022. Here are some of the great learning offerings to complement your conference. You can prepare for a certification in development roles with free SAP learning journeys and live learning sessions led by SAP experts. Save with an exclusive SAP TechEd certification offer that came into your SAP TechEd registration email. Connect with the experts, expand your network, and share your knowledge and experiences with others in SAP community. You can also network in the moderated SAP Learning group to get your learning question answered. Find all the great content at learning.sap.com/teched. Thank you very much, and please feel free to reach out to me if you need any more information about SAP Build Apps. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.